Good morning. Today we are going to see about immunology lesson. Immunology. What is immunology? Immune system, immunity, all these things we are going to see in this chapter, right? And immunology is a separate lesson for pure science students, but it is added with the seventh lesson for biomath students. So both are having this immunology lesson. So what is given here is our country is protected from enemies by various forces, military, army, navy, all the forces, air force, all the forces, they protect our country from our enemies. Why I just gave this example here, the same thing here, our body is protected from the germs or pathogens like bacteria, virus, they are not allowed to enter into our body because of what is important? Immune system. So our immune system act as protective measure, do not allow the entry of the pathogen inside. The various immune system organs are, we know that we are having first outside body skin, act as an important immune system organ. Apart from this, tonsils, lymph nodes, spleen, okay, appendix, bone marrow, because bone marrow is important organ which can produce immunoglobulin or antibodies. These antibodies only can act against these germs and kill them. Okay, antibodies act against the germs or antigen and kill them, which are produced by the bone marrow. So like this, the immune system is nothing but it protects us against the from the germs. So keep in your mind, our body is protected from the pathogens like bacteria, virus by immune system by the production of antibodies. That's why comparison. How the country is protected by various forces, your body is protected by the force called immune system. Various immune system organs, how they provide immunity by the production of antibody. We are going to see one by one in this step, right? Now, what is the basic concept of immunology? So, how our body it protects us from various infection by the effective mechanism of immune system. We are going to see. I said, first of all, what is immunology? Immunology means the study of immune system. Immune system means it consists of various organs involved which provide immunity to us. Right? Immunology is study of immune system. This immune system of an individual, it protects or from various infective agents. What are they? Bacteria, virus, and environmental agent, which are foreign substance to the body. Right? So, what is immunology? Study of immune system. What is immune system? How our body protects us from various infection which cause the disease by the effective mechanism called immune system. Okay. Immunity means immunity means that is the overall ability of the body to fight against the disease causing pathogen. Disease causing pathogen என்னப்பா? Yeah, germs, bacteria, virus. Against this, our body has taken the steps to fight against the disease causing pathogen and provide immunity, or it is also called as disease resistance. If you are not having the immunity power, lack means absence of immunity in a person's body, then we call it as susceptibility. So we are susceptible to any disease. Okay, so this immunity is highly specific. That is, particular bacteria or particular virus enters into your body can produce specific antibodies. சரியா? Antibodies are specific to antigen. Okay? Pathogens or germs or bacteria or virus are called as antigens. When this antigen enters into your body can produce antibodies. Both are specific. రెండు కరెక్టా అదొకటి మ్యాచ్ ఆகும். Particular antibodies can kill only particular antigen. Keep in your mind. So if you are not having the immunity power, then you are susceptible to, you are affected by any disease. Normally, many of the responses of the immune system initiate destruction, elimination of invading organism and any toxic molecules which are produced by them. Okay, immune system shows various responses, and these responses we are going to see They destruct the pathogen, destroy and eliminate the invading pathogens, germs, or any toxic substance produced by the pathogens. It is all these are the response of the immune system. The ability to distinguish the foreign molecule. Foreign molecule means germs, pathogens, right? From self. Self na, in our body itself, we are having self proteins, self antigen. They can recognize whether it is self, நம்ம bodyல இருக்கா, இல்ல foreign substance. Okay, that capacity is, ability is, whether it is a foreign substance or selfனா நம்ம பாடியில உள்ளதா இல்ல ஃபாரின் சப்ஸ்டன்ஸா அப்படின்னு டிஸ்டிங்கைஸ் பண்ணி அனலைஸ் பண்றது எதுப்பா? the important feature of our immune system. Now, what are the antigens? I said antigens, pathogens are mostly virus, bacteria, any other particles which are foreign to the body. Sometimes the macromolecule like proteins, polysaccharide, nucleic acids of any other substance, organisms, as they are, if it is foreign to the recipient, they can also affect our immune system and produce immune response. Okay, when the antigens enters into your body produce some immune response. அதெல்லாம் என்னென்னு பார்க்க போறோம். So any substance which are capable of eliciting the immune response. Eliciting which bring out. ஸோ ஒரு சப்ஸ்டன்ஸ் நம்ம பாடிக்குள்ளே என்ட்ரு ஆகுது. அப்போ நம்ம பாடி என்ன பண்ணும்? அது ஃபாரின் சப்ஸ்டன்ஸ்னு அனலைஸ் பண்ணிடுச்சு. ஸோ உடனே என்ன பண்ணும்? இட் ஷோஸ் சம் இம்யூன் ரெஸ்பான்ஸ். இம்யூன் ரெஸ்பான்ஸ்னால் என்ன? ஆன்டிபாடிஸ் ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணலாம். இல்லைனா இட் ஷோஸ் சம் டிஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் அண்ட் எலிமினேட்டிங் தட் பர்டிகுலர் ஆன்டிஜன் ஃப்ரம் அவர் பாடி. அந்த இம்யூன் ரெஸ்பான்ஸ் எதுக்கு? டு த ஆன்டிஜன். ஸோ தட் இஸ் antigen is also called as antibody generator. நம்ம பாடியில ஆன்டிபாடியை ப்ரொடியூஸ் ஜென்ரேட் பண்றது எது? ஆன்டிஜன். ரைட்டா? ஸோ antigens are also called as antibody generator. ரைட்டா? So we'll see in detail one by one. Immunity. So immunity, already I said, what is immunity? The ability of the body to fight against the disease-causing pathogen is called as immunity. Generally, we can classify immunity into two different categories. One is called innate immunity. Innate na enapa? It's a natural phenomena. So the resistance to infective pathogens, that resistance power in an individual, it possesses from the birth itself. ஒரு குழந்தை பிறந்ததிலிருந்து அதுக்கு இருக்கக்கூடிய இம்யூனிட்டி பவருக்கு என்ன பேரு? innate immunity. What is the second one? Adaptive immunity or acquired immunity. Adaptive immunity is also called as acquired immunity. இது birthல இருந்து வராது. So we are obtaining, acquired during our lifetime. சரியா? நம்ம இம்யூனைசேஷன், வேக்சினேஷன் போடுறதுனாலயோ, இல்லை ஒன் டைம் இன்ஃபெக்ஷன் ஆயிட்டா வந்தா அந்ததுக்கப்புறம் இன்ஃபெக்ஷனுக்கு அப்புறம் antibodies will be stable in our blood itself. So we are protected. ரைட்டா? அந்த மாதிரி acquired immunity. So innate immunity na enna? The immunity we are obtaining from the birth itself. What is adaptive? Acquired immunity. So immunity that an individual acquires after the birth, it is called as adaptive or acquired immunity, we can say. Now this adaptive immunity we can classify into two different categories, natural or artificial. Natural adaptive immunity means active, and so once again we are dividing this natural adaptive immunity into active and passive. Active natural adaptive immunity na enna? Adaptive na acquired immunity. Active na one time a particular bacteria or virus infect your body, right? So immediately your body's immune system are activated and shows the immune response and produce antibodies. So appadi antibodies produce ana adukku peru active natural adaptive immunity. Second one, passive. Here through the maternal blood from the mother to the fetus. Mother to the fetus. If the antibodies in the mother's blood, it is transmitted to the fetus, developing embryo through the placenta, then it is called as passive immunity, maternal, from the mother to the baby, right? So both are natural. Now what is artificial? Artificial means, once again, we are classifying artificial adaptive immunity two categories. One is active, another one is passive. What is active? Active means immunization or vaccination. So vaccination means that vaccine consists of mainly live or dead germs only. The particular causative agent of the germs, whether it is a live condition or dead condition, very few quantity, it is given as vaccine, which induce our immune system to produce antibody, which is not capable of producing the disease in our body, but it can act on the immune system of the human body and produce immunity or antibodies. So that is immunization or vaccination. Passive means passive artificial adaptive immunity means here antibody is not produced in our body itself. Antibody produced from other persons and it is transferred to a particular needed person. For example, nowadays for we have COVID treatment, they are using plasma dana. Plasma treatment. The plasma from the infected person after they are cured means, and after their recovery, their blood after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, their blood contain antibodies. That antibodies can be transferred to the affected persons to cure the COVID-19 disease. Right? Coronavirus disease can be treated with a plasma transfer method. It is a transfer of antibodies from cured a normal person. Their antibodies can be transferred to the affected person. Like this, immunity can be differentiated. Now we'll see about first innate immunity means what. Innate immunity is a natural phenomenon, resistance to infection, which an individual it possesses from the birth itself. குழந்தை பிறந்தே அந்த குழந்தைக்கு இருக்கக்கூடிய இம்யூனிட்டி பவருக்கு என்ன பேரு innate immunity, right from the birth. Keep in your mind. So what are the types of innate immunity? There are 4 different types of innate immunity: anatomical, physiological, phagocytic, inflammatory, barriers. So there are 4 barriers: anatomical, physiological, phagocytic, inflammatory. One by one today we'll see. Anatomical barrier, anatomy, your body, organs, organ system we are studying. So anatomical barrier, the first one important one is skin. Your skin, it prevents the entry of the microbes because it always it's in the pH level is 3 to 5, and that is acidic. Below 7 it's acidic environment, it retards the growth of the microbes. The skin, the pH level is only 3 to 5, which do not allow the growth of the microbes. And so you can see here the skin, the cross-section view, the low pH 3 to 5, and apocrine glands, sweat glands, sebaceous glands, all these glands, they keep the skin always and protective manner, do not allow the entry of the pathogens inside. The main thing is keeps acidic environment, do not allow the entry of the microbes. Then mucous membrane. So where you can see the mucous membrane which is present in the respiratory tract, digestive tract, from the mouth and nostrils. What is the mucous white color membrane present? It entrap. In the next picture I'll show to you. It captures the foreign bodies, that is the germs, and compete, fight with the microbes for the attachment. For the attachment. Okay, what the barrier we have seen first? Anatomical barrier. What are the anatomical barriers? Skin as well as mucous membrane. What is the pH of the skin? Human skin, pH 3 to 5. So acidic environment retard the growth of the microbes. How the mucous membrane it entrap capture பண்ணுது foreign microorganism and fight against the microbes for attachment. You will see. Okay, this is the skin, keratinized skin surface. Always the low pH value and the secretions of the apocrine, sweat gland, sebaceous gland, oil gland, all these keeps this moisture as well as the low pH value. Now I said the second anatomical barrier is mucous membrane. They are called as mucociliary escalator. You can see the surface of the mucous membrane which possess the cilia like structures. You can see your nostrils. Nose, inside you are having the small hair-like projections. They are ciliary action. What is the ciliary action? If the germs they enter means these cilia present in the nostrils, they do not allow to enter. Mucociliary escalator na enna. So imagine this is your nostrils, nose opening, and here the small hair-like projections are there now. They are called as cilia. And if there is entry of any bacteria or virus, immediately these cilia, they show their ciliary activity and push away the pathogens outside. So we call it as mucociliary escalator. And some examples of the mucous membrane, where it is mucous membrane சொன்னாலே அந்த white color membrane எங்கெல்லாம் இருக்கு. So இதுதான் நாசில். நம்ம நோஸோட இன்னர் ரீஜன், நாசில் ஓப்பனிங் குள்ள ஒயிட் கலர் மெம்பரேன் இருக்கா, அதுக்கு பேர் தான் என்னது, மியூகோசா ஆஃப் த நேசல் கேவிட்டி. சரி, இப்போ டைஜஸ்டிவ் ட்ராக்டுக்கு வாங்க. இந்த டைஜஸ்டிவ் ட்ராக்ட்ல மவுத் ரீஜன்ல ஓரல் மியூகோசா மவுத். அடுத்தது ஈசோஃபேகஸ்ல ஈசோஃபேஜியல் மியூகோசா இங்க இருக்கமா, this is esophagus. So your esophagus region, esophageal mucosa. அடுத்தது stomach. Here you can see gastric mucosa. Gastric னா என்னப்பா, stomachல இருக்கக்கூடிய stomachோட inner liningல இருக்க mucous membrane. And intestinal mucosa. So in the intestinal, small intestine region also you can see the intestinal mucosa is present. So this is your digestive tract, oral, esophageal, gastric. And this is also present in respiratory tract. I said nasal pathway, nostrils. You can see the cilia is also present to entrap the pathogen. It is also present in respiratory, reproductive, urinary tract. So this is very important. The mucus entraps the foreign microorganism and compete with the microbes for the attachment. So what is the entrap? So mucous membrane, with the help of the ciliary activity, they just show the lashing movement and they push the germs. Bacteria enter inside, is pushed out. Right? Clear, Amma? Mucous membrane. Now coming to the second barrier, physiological barrier. Here there are three: temperature, low pH, chemical mediators. First, about your normal body temperature. So always for testing your normal body temperature shows you are in good condition. Normal body temperature inhibit the growth of the pathogen. So first of all, we must know what is your normal body temperature. With the help of the thermometer, we can find out your normal body temperature. In Celsius scale, it's 37 Celsius degree. If it is in Fahrenheit, 98.6, right? The value is average one, right? So this normal body temperature, it inhibits the growth of the pathogen. But when there is entry of the pathogen into your body, your immune system is activated and it shows the response called fever. Fever, it inhibits the growth of the pathogen. That is very important. So a fever is not bad for you. It is a sign your body is doing what it should when germs invade. When the germs enter into your body, your immune system started producing antibodies and fight against this pathogen. That's why that immune response is called as fever. So fever also inhibit the growth of the pathogen. ஐயோ ஃபீவரே அப்படின்னு பயப்படக்கூடாது, right? When the temperature is high or low than the usual, it is saying something. There will be a problem. So we have to check what is the reason for high temperature or low temperature. We have to check. So temperature should be maintained normal, is 37 degrees Celsius or 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. Right. So low pH. So in the stomach, you can see acidity is maintained by the gastric secretion. HCl, hydrochloric acid is secreted by the stomach. Oxalic cells, which kill most of the ingested microbes like bacteria, is killed in the stomach itself by digestive juices. Now, chemical mediators. This is very important. Chemical substances act as the mediator. One important one is lysozyme. It is not lysosome in the cells. This is a secretion called lysozyme. Lysozyme என்னன்னா, it is an antibacterial substance. Antibacterial. It kills the bacteria. அதனால அதுக்கு என்ன பேரு? Antibacterial agent. என்ன பண்ணும்? It cleave the bacterial cell wall. பாக்டீரியாவோட செல் வாலை cleave-னா break பண்ணும். Break down the bacterial cell wall. And another one, this is a very important one, lysozyme, antibacterial. Another one, interferons. This is antiviral, which can kill the virus. Interferons என்னப்பா? Antiviral. So the interferons are produced by our leukocytes, macrophages, that is WBC, we'll see later. Interferons induce our antiviral state, kill the virus in the uninfected cells. So other complementary substances, other substances produced by leukocytes or WBC, it can lyse, kill the pathogenic microbes and facilitate phagocytosis. So what is phagocytosis means? Cell eating. That is the third barrier we are going to see. So second barrier என்ன பார்த்தோம்? Physiological barrier, one is temperature, another one is low pH, third one is chemical mediator. Now the third phagocytic barrier. Phagocytic na என்ன சொன்னேன்? Cell eating. Germs enters into your body. Your body's immune system or antibodies, it can engulf. Engulfனா அப்படியே முழுங்கிரும். என்ன? Pathogens, bacteria, virus அப்படியே முழுங்கிரும். எந்த cells நம்ம பாடியில இருக்கக்கூடிய specialized cells called monocytes, neutrophil, tissue macrophages. They can phagocytose. They can engulf. முழுங்கிரும் and digest the whole microorganism. That is called phagocytosis, commonly known as cell eating. Now you can see, first of all, these are the microbes. They can attach to the microbes and adhere. Adhere nenapa attach edge. Hemotaxis. Hemotaxis na attract பண்ணுது by means of chemical protection. Pseudopodia move towards that bacteria or microbes and adhere to the pseudopodia. This is a phagocytic cells called phagocyte na macrophage or leukocytes, WBC. Third one, ingestion, உள்ள போயிடுச்சு. Bacteria உள்ள enter ஆயிடுச்சா? And lysosome which is present inside the cell. அங்க படிச்சது thirdல physiological barrierல படிச்சது lysozyme secretion. இது lysosomeங்கிறது செல்குள்ள இருக்கக்கூடிய organelle. So these lysosome which can act against this ingested microbe and engulf and they produce phagolysosome. சரியா? அப்படியே engulf பண்ணும். So and kill the microbes and these enzymes produced by the lysosome, they kill the microbes and it is engulfed as such and the waste alone is eliminated. And this is called phagocytic cytosis, phagocytic barrier. There are various stages of phagocytosis. Phagocytosis is cell eating. So specialized cells in your body, monocyte, neutrophil, tissue, macrophages, they can engulf, phagocytose and digest the whole microorganism. Now what is the fourth one is inflammatory barrier. Inflammation என்னப்பா? So if there is any infection or bite on your skin, you can see the affected region shows swelling, redness, pain. All these are called as inflammation. எந்த இடத்துல affect ஆகுதோ அந்த இடத்துல என்ன இருக்கும்? வீக்கம். So swelling will be there and redness will be there, pain will be there and that is called as inflammation. So tissue damage. எங்க affect ஆகுதோ அந்த இடத்துல என்ன ஆகுது? Tissue damage ஆகுது. So this is the tissue damage region. So what happened? The leakage of vascular fluid. From here the vascular fluid is leakaging outside. And it contains some important substance, chemotactic chemical substance signals called serotonin, histamine and prostaglandins. Serotonin, histamine and prostaglandins. These three are very important chemotactic signals involved in inflammatory barrier. So these chemotactic signals, they can influx na ulla entrar. Okay, influx the phagocytic cells into the affected area. Okay, into the affected area, these cells, serotonin, histamine, prostaglandin, they can enter inside. And what happened? Actually, you can see here the surface is narrow. Here you can see this small elevation and redness on the surface. This is called inflammation. Right? So serotonin, histamine, prostaglandin in the chemotactic signals, they influx into the phagocytic cells in the affected area and this phenomenon is also called as diapedesis. And what is this barrier is called? Inflammatory barrier. So inflammation in the affected area at the region, it shows swelling, redness, pain. Okay, sometimes the vascular fluid pus mari veliye varum. So that is called as inflammatory barrier. Now last I will conclude about 4 different types of innate immunity we have studied: anatomical barrier, physiological barrier, phagocytic barrier and inflammatory barrier. Innate immunity is also known as non-specific immunity or natural immunity. It is a natural phenomenon of resistance to infection. An individual, he possesses right from the birth. So what are they? I said lysozyme secretion in the tears. And you can see the bronchi and the nostrils region. What is present? Mucous membrane is present. Mucus. And cilia is also present here and mostly in the nostrils. And we'll see about gut, gut. In this region, stomach, it secretes HCl, acidic medium which can kill the microbes. Skin, anatomical barrier which can protect your body against the germs because it's also keeping the low pH, 3 to 5. and rapid pH change it will occur in the intestine, and flushing of the urinary tract and low pH of the vagina, all these things in female, all these things which act as natural immunity, or it is also called as innate immunity. Is it clear, Amma? So today we have seen about innate immunity. Yes, thank you.